Welcome back to the WA Now and Then YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to have a look at some options for having a shower while you're out camping in the bush. We've had all sorts of different shower setups over the years, and the very first we came up with was this cheap 12-volt shower pump attached to a portable power source that was then surrounded on a bit of a frame surrounded by a simple tarp behind our old Bedford bus. It wasn't exactly ideal, but we used it for years. At one stage, we did build a polypipe system for the bus. Originally, it had a large diameter pipe, sealed at both ends, with a tap at one end and a water filler on top. This was strapped to the roof rack of the bus and painted black. It worked to a degree, but water pressure was never that good, and hauling up water on top of the bus to fill the pipe was a real chore. Much later on, we built our own pump in a box that we now use to transfer water from one container to another. This has been a fairly simple and very effective way of moving water. For a long time, we stopped using the cheap 12-volt handheld showers, but a couple of years back, we found a couple of different models in op shops and bought them just in case we needed them and just stuck them in the four-wheel drive. One was the original 12-volt cigarette lighter adapter type that has to be plugged into a power source, but the other was this battery-operated model that we've actually used on a couple of camping trips. Another very simple shower setup we had years ago and gave up on, only to buy one recently from an op shop, is the solar shower style. This is really nothing more than a bag with a hose and shower rose, and you have to haul it up into a tree or at least somewhere up high in order to make it work. These may be simple in concept, but hauling 20 litres of water up high enough to use isn't exactly a fun job. There are a number of differing styles of this type, but they're all basically the same. Some can be very, very expensive indeed. The original cheapie is certainly good enough if you're strong enough to haul it up into the air. A shower unit that we had for quite a long time was the Coleman Hot Water on Demand. It had a lifetime guarantee, which turned out to be a pretty good thing because we had a lot of trouble with it. From memory, I think it was replaced at least 3 times over the years, and it was a real pain to use if there was any wind. The accessories that we had to buy as extras were total rubbish, so in the end we just got rid of it. The pump in a box that I mentioned earlier can also easily be set up as a shower. A long hose can be used to set the shower up well away from where you want to locate the pump. So pump in a box is a really handy addition to our camping kit. I wish I could say the same for the Austrail tent shown here. Unfortunately, this was just a piece of junk. We had a couple of them over the years, and they both did exactly the same thing. They just collapsed. They certainly weren't strong enough. And this is a great segue for me to start talking about the different types of shower tents. Like the pumps, hot water, and shower setups, we've had a lot of shower tents over the years. When we were doing long trips of 3 or 4 months, the pop-up shower tents would last about a year or so. Now we're doing much shorter trips, and they're lasting much longer. As you saw with the Austrail shower tent, they can't all be relied on. We have found that the pop-up style of shower tent is by far the easiest to use. But we have tried others. Other styles that we've owned include ones with metal and fiberglass legs. These can be considerably more difficult to set up, so after trying them for a short time, we just gave up and went back to the pop-up style. The best pop-up shower tent we've ever had is this outdoor equipped Bermuda. It's sturdy, it has plenty of space, enough pockets, internal bracing with rods if you need to use it, and it is very easy to set up and pack away. The most recent hot water system we're trying out is also the most expensive. It's the Julka Hot Tap. We bought the complete package with the sink and shower. There's a gas hot water system and a lot of accessories. We also got the optional extra mounting bracket, and the whole setup came to about $685. So far, we've only used it a couple of times, and have found, due to the setup time, we do prefer to use a bucket with a kettle full of hot water for overnight stops. We've only just got the mounting kit, so we might find it easier to use if we can find a way to have the unit permanently mounted inside the trailer. As this video is only a general look at shower setups, we'll leave it until we've had a lot more experience with the Joulka before we do a proper detailed overview of it. One more type of shower tent that I've left till last is the four-wheel drive side-mounted style that usually folds out from the side of your 4x4. The advantage of this style is it's always ready to go, and they're very easy to pack and unpack. We've mounted ours inside the rear door of our camping trailer, and we've made a modification to it. The mod is simply to drill two vertical holes, one in each end of the swing out supports, then slip a tent pole as a support into each side. This makes the whole thing much more stable and stops wind from moving the sides about. While we're on the subject of showers and shower tents, there's one last item I'd like to mention, and that's a toiletries bag. You can go to a department store and pay a packet for these things, but do what we do and go and check out your local op shops. We found a couple of real beauties that we take away camping, and we leave them stocked up with all the things we may need. Well, that's it for another video. I hope you found something here that's useful or interesting, and I hope you'll come back next week and check out what we've been up to. As always, please subscribe and hit the bell icon if you'd like to see more comment from this channel, and please click the like button if you enjoyed this video. Cheers guys, we'll catch you later. See ya.